How's it going, everyone, and welcome to a Destiny 2 detailed guide. In this video, I'm going to be showing you some of the best methods that I have used to get both legendary shards and legendary engrams in Destiny 2. The main focus of this video, however, is going to be legendary shards. As you may know, they are a very important currency in the game. Some of the things that they are used for are infusing your gear and, of course, buying from Xur when he arrives every Friday. When I first started playing Destiny 2, I was very confused on how to get shards, but as I started leveling up my character more and getting deeper into the game, I started to find out about more ways that I'm still using up to this time to get legendary shards, and I'm going to be showing you how you can get a ton of them in this video. So in Destiny 2, one of the only ways to get legendary shards at this point in time is to dismantle legendary gear that you get out of legendary engrams, and I'm going to be telling you throughout this video how you can get your hands on legendary engrams and dismantle the gear that you find inside of them to get legendary shards. Now, I'm not saying that you're supposed to dismantle all of the legendary gear that you get your hands on. I'm just saying you should dismantle any duplicates you have or any weapons that you don't feel are as good as what you already have. So pretty much there are some legendaries that are good. I'm not saying you should dismantle all of them. I'm just saying that you should dismantle ones that you don't really feel like you need, and as you keep doing that, as you keep collecting more engrams, you're really going to start stacking up your legendary shards. Now, the first and probably most common way to get legendary engrams is through the Vanguard strikes and Crucible matches. Now, you're not going to be doing the Vanguard and Crucible specifically to get the engrams straight out of the events themselves, but instead you're going to be collecting these redeemable tokens which you can take to their specific faction and redeem them, and you're going to be filling up this reputation bar, which when you fill it up all the way, you're going to get a legendary engram every time. And as you keep stacking up these tokens, you're eventually going to want to turn them all in. So for example, all of your Vanguard tokens go to Commander Zavala, and all of your Crucible tokens will go to Lord Shaxx. And playing through these events is just going to get you a lot of those tokens, which you can turn in later on, which is going to get you a lot of engrams. Another one that I recommend if you have unlocked it and you are 270 light is the Vanguard Heroic Strikes. Now, these are a bit harder than normal Vanguard Strikes, but you are pretty much guaranteed to get at least one legendary engram every time you play. They'll run you through the normal strikes, and it's going to be a bit harder, like I said, and you're pretty much guaranteed to get at least one or even two engrams. I've gotten two before, but most of the time it's been one a match for me. And if you want to just be guaranteed to get at least one engram, you might be a little bit unlucky and not get any, but if you want to be almost 100% sure that you're going to get at least one legendary doing these matches, then I definitely recommend the Heroic Strikes. They are a great way to get legendary engrams. The next way is through public events, and these aren't guaranteed to give you an engram every time. I've only gotten an engram once or twice out of these public events, but basically they're going to happen on any one of the planets at any time, so you can join up with these events with other people. They're not like the length of a strike or a raid or anything. They're just a short little 5-minute event that you can take part in and get loot at the end. You usually get a token and maybe a rare engram as well, but you can have a chance of getting a legendary engram or even the boss of the public event is dropping a legendary engram. And if you just want to have some fun but also have a chance of getting a legendary engram, then I definitely recommend these public events because they are quite fun to do. And then finally, one of the best ways to get legendary engrams in Destiny 2 is through the Nightfall and Raid. Now, because these are harder, and I mean a lot harder than normal strikes, you're pretty much guaranteed to get 1, 2, if not 3 legendary engrams throughout the Nightfall, and maybe even more through the Raid. And if you are a high enough level, then I would definitely recommend trying these out because you are bound to get a ton of legendary engrams doing these. So getting away from the legendary engram stuff, the real question is, how do you get legendary shards? And like I said earlier in the video, one of the only ways to get legendary shards is through dismantling your legendary gear that you're going to be getting out of these legendary engrams. However, another way that legendary shards can be retrieved is through the faction engrams that I mentioned earlier that you can get through redeeming those tokens that you get from different events. And it's not going to happen often, that's why I don't really recommend this, just because it doesn't happen that often and it's pretty random that you're going to be getting legendary shards out of these faction engrams. But anyway, when dismantling legendary engrams, out of a normal legendary engram, you're going to get 3 legendary shards as well as some gunsmith materials which you can turn into the gunsmith to get some reputation with him, and then later a legendary engram. And then you can also dismantle exotics if you have duplicates of those, or just one that you don't want. You can dismantle that and you can get 5 legendary shards, as well as some more gunsmith materials, which you can again turn into the gunsmith for reputation. And if you are new to legendaries, trust me guys, when you keep playing the game, when you keep grinding, you're going to be getting a ton of legendaries that you just don't need. So you can dismantle a lot of them, and in time, you're going to have a ton of legendary engrams. As you can see right here, I have 100, and I started doing this a few days ago, so it stacks up pretty fast. and this is something that I definitely recommend doing so you can save up your legendary shards, so when Xur comes the next week and he's selling something really good, you can easily purchase it. But anyway, that's going to wrap up my tutorial on how to get legendary shards and engrams in Destiny 2. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and if you are going to consider subscribing and you are expecting a ton of Destiny 2 content from me, that's not really what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing a few more of these Destiny 2 videos, and I'm also going to be live streaming Destiny 2 as well from time to time, and I mostly do Fallout and Elder Scrolls content, so Destiny 2 is a game I'll be doing in the future, but not to an extent that some of you might expect, some of you that are looking to subscribe to my channel. But nonetheless, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below, give me any feedback that you guys would like to give me, and until then, I'll be seeing all of you next time.